everybody, welcome back to our channel. I'm Angela.
And I'm Caitlin.
We're the Pinsy sisters because we love pins.
And Disney World.
Pinsies, pinsy, 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 pinsy. So Caitlin, very nice job on the decorating.
Thank you. It's Christmas time.
I know some people think it's early for Christmas, but no. I think once you hit the middle of November, you can start.
Exactly.
Some people will totally disagree with me, and if you're one of those people, I understand, but I've heard of even people who decorate, like, Christmas Eve.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No.
Because it's all last minute, and then you don't really get to enjoy it.
It's so much stress, too, and so much work, and it makes a mess of your home because you're rearranging stuff.
I mean, it's a fun tradition, and if it's fun for you and works, then hey, but...
No, we like it, so I think
we like it really early, but not like October, like... No. That's too early.
No, middle of November. I think that we have enough time to enjoy it. And with this year, oh, by the way, hello, Copper.
He's back.
But I like it. Looks very nice. You did a good job.
Well, thank you. I really enjoy decorating.
She does.
The theme of this year is called Christmas Threw Up.
That's terrible.
It's basically how it looks.
No, it doesn't. That's not. Hi, Copper.
Here you go.
Oh, I don't think he really wants to be in this today.
He's like, I'm done. Oh, he wants.
Is he?
Well, we'll see. We'll see with his mood.
Here, but I need my hands, so I kind of need him to be on you. I'm really sorry.
I'm
Copper.
sorry. Here we go.
This dog has issues. All right, so guys, I'm so excited for these pins today. I went on to Shop Disney one day and just to look around. I think I had like a free shipping coupon. I know, I like the free shipping. And so I was just like looking at some of the pins, seeing if they had any new pins. And I happened to be there at the right time and Copper... Stop! Okay, I'm sorry. I know. I appreciate you wanting me. I really do. But, okay, anyway. But I came on the right time and I found
this is so cool.
Something, okay? And I'll just say up front, this is way more than I would ever normally spend for pins or pin collection. But it's so cool. I couldn't, okay? So, I've already unwrapped it. But, okay, so first of all, it comes in this really cool little protective sleeve. But, you guys, it's the Emperor's New Groove limited edition of, I think, 1900. And it's for like their 20th anniversary. And it's like, it looks like the VHS case. And it even says like the classics. You're joking, right?
I'm just messing with you.
You're better. All right, you better. No, I'm just kidding. You know, you're not that young.
Wow, that young. No.
I was like going to say that old, but it's reversed. You're not that young, you know. And it even says the classics on it, which is like amazing. And I love how even on the back it shows like, and it says, get into the groove with this collectible pin set celebrating 20 years of the hilarious modern classic, Disney's The Emperor's New Groove. When arrogant Emperor Cusco is turned into a llama by his nemesis Yzma, he must figure out a way to return to normal and take back his kingdom. The only way he can do this is by forming an unlikely alliance with a local peasant, Pacha. Together they team up and embark on outrageously comical adventures, where Cusco eventually learns how to be kind and how to be a friend. This limited edition pin set reminds us to stay groovy in the face of the unpredictable. And I was like, that's really good, actually, for 2020.
Oh, and it's 20 for, well, not because it's
20
years,
the anniversary,
but, which is cool.
No, I think it's cool. The last sentence about staying groovy in the face of the unpredictable. Yeah. But anyway, okay, I'll show it to you now. So,
like, just let us see the pins.
Okay, so we see it's got the little 20th, and then we got the 6 pins. Oh, they're so awesome, okay? Yeah. So we have, of course, we have Cusco as a llama. We have the squirrel with the balloon.
Squeaker, squeakity, squeak, squeaking, squeaking.
We have Yzma on, like, the throne. That's not really hers, but she kind of wants it to be. This is her, like, lair. And then we've even got, like, Cusco, like, it looks like it's even, this is actually a stand right here. So this pin.
I know,
this pin you can actually stand up.
It stands up. That's, like, so.
Yeah. So I don't
seen one of those.
I don't think you could really hang it too well on an actual pin board.
It's a stand-up pin.
Really, I'm not even going to take these pins out. I'm keeping them in this box.
She'll stay forever.
And then we have, like, the potion in here, and it opens
And guess
so cute.
it's llama, not poison.
Yeah. And then we have Kronk with his stuffed bear. And I just love it so much. I know I've said in the past, but The Emperor's New Groove is my favorite Disney animated movie, and it is such an underrated movie. It really, really is. We go to a chiropractor, and I found out through someone else that the chiropractor loves The Emperor's New Groove too, and like she uses quotes all the time, and so
doesn't she do the Yzma voice?
She does. I think so. She like really gets into it, and so like I start talking to her the one time about The Emperor's New Groove, and I was like, it's such an underrated movie. She's like, I know it, and so
it really is.
You can find anybody. It's an underrated movie.
It really is. It's so good.
But I love how it's actually, I think, becoming more popular.
Well, yeah, and okay, just saying, they could totally make a ride to going to her lab.
Oh my God,
it's a roller coaster for her lab.
I love it. There's so many quotes in it, and I love how...
instead of flea, and then I'll put that flea in a box, and I'll put that box in another box, and then I'll post it and send it myself, and then...
You act like you're a bigger fan than I am of this movie.
I just like the quotes, honestly.
I know, there's a lot of great hammers. I have multiple pins, and like I've said in the past, one of these videos I'm going to do just my Emperor's New Groove pins that I have gotten. But I am so excited to add this to my collection, and that it's a limited edition, and that I hopped on at just the right time, because I didn't know, and I was like, I gotta get this, but
yeah, she's like, must get it.
I know it. It's just so cool, and I just, like I've said, I love that it's like the VHS case.
I think of like all the Disney villains, they did really good with Yzma. She's
she's
so
like the most non-villain villain.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Yeah, and I love the 6 pins in it, and I even love that this is a hinge pin, and I love that it's a unique stand because I've not seen that before, and I just think it was a really cool thing that they did, and I'm just like.
Do you have a favorite quote?
Do I have a favorite? No, because there's so many quotes from the movie.
Is that my voice?
Yeah, I love that. I love like I'll put that pin. I'll put that pin. I'll put that flea in box, put another box, and smash it with a hammer. And just like her laugh, pull the lever, Kronk, wrong lever. Like I had that pin somewhere.
Yes,
oh yeah, that one. And I just
Oh, so who's your favorite character?
I love how they all work together. They all, I don't think you could have the movie without any one of the characters. Because Kronk and Yzma's dynamic, and then Kuzco and Pacha's dynamic, it all goes together. And, even the guy at the beginning who, the old guy, and, Kuzco is like, you threw off my groove! Even that, it just all, it's just an underrated.
Well, how he introduces the characters in the beginning, like Yzma, living proof that dinosaurs once
lived. Yeah, he stops the movie and, has to, X out, and it was a very clever way of doing the movie, and, yeah, it's underrated. What would you say is your favorite, animated movie, though? Oh, I think I know.
From Pixar up.
Yeah, but I think I could tell you who your other one is.
I don't know, actually. I love Zootopia.
I was going to say Zootopia.
I feel like Zootopia might be my favorite.
I was going to say Zootopia for you.
I feel. Not, that would X out, the Tangled for princess-wise would be...
Okay, so if I was to say, because, I guess this is considered a classic now, which should be. A classic, what would you say is your favorite of the classics? You're killing me! Cinderella, Snow White, Fox and the Hound, Dalmatians. There's a huge list of them, Caitlin. You are killing me on my
Dumbo was really sad.
Oh, Dumbo gets me.
That was a sad one. I don't know, actually. I would have to think about it.
You're petting your dog you're this, evil, my dog.
I know. Just
Yes. Oh, okay. Well.
I don't actually know. So would you say this is your top classic?
Oh, it's the top classic plus top even modern.
Favorite animated?
Yeah, I would just summarize it as my favorite animated Disney movie of all time.
I think because I'm just so indecisive, I don't know. I'm very indecisive. But this is totally
okay, now I will say, and this could be kind of whatever, I didn't love the second one as much. The second one to me, it was still good, but I didn't love it as much. And then they did the Cusco Goes to School or something. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't remember the name. That
show.
I never got even past the first episode. This is weird, but because they changed his voice, and I get that they can't always have the same actors and stuff, but because they changed his voice, that was a big thing. I loved his voice. And so I just couldn't get into it really well. So I never got into the show.
That's fair.
I need to give it another try because it's just part of the... But...
I watched the last episode and that was it for me.
Why would you watch the last episode?
You get
I get that. I do that sometimes. All right. Well, what would you guys say is your favorite animated, either classic Disney movie or just animated movie of all time? And you would love to know.
Do you have a favorite quote from this movie?
Oh,
please!
There are so what is your favorite quote? There's so many. You can't narrow it down. Yeah, we still have to do a video of just my Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
All right, but in the meantime, this I'm really happy to add to my collection.
Pretty awesome.
It is. All right, guys, have a fantastical day.
Farewell, Pinsies.
Bye.